Welcome back to the Being Beautifully Honest channel, and we're going to have a podversation, and this is going to be about a situation involving a very popular, very large YouTuber by the name of Tasha K. She has a channel called Unwinewithtashak, and she also has another channel called Wino Gang Podcast. Now, I will admit I am subscribed to both. I am not what you would, I guess, call a wino. And I guess what that means is like a day one person who was subscribed to her channel and they just kind of stand for her and go hard for her. I don't know her personally, and I'm just one of those people that I'm pretty neutral when it comes to people. I'm not a fangirl of any celebrity. I don't even follow celebrities on social media. I actually really don't. So when I hear or see stories about them, it's because it is in the news headlines, and it's not because I'm following any one of them. And as it goes with a lot of the YouTube personalities that have beef with each other, I'm not one of those people that's like, well, I'm not going to watch this person because they have beef with this other person and I'm on this person's side. For me, YouTube is entertainment, and I view it similarly to how I view direct TV, where you've got a lot of different channels and you can choose what channels you want to choose to watch. You can click off of one channel at any moment, and then you can go to another channel and watch what they've got going on. And if you don't like what's on that channel at that time, then you can change the station. So I don't have to subscribe to the beefs that other people have with each other. And I know that there are people that really don't like this woman. Okay, I know that. I see the topics and the headlines, and I've seen that there have been people that have, tried to even, I guess, involve themselves in beefs to help grow their channels. And maybe for some people that may have worked, and maybe for others it may not have. And that's between them. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't have a dog in the fight, like they say. So I don't get into or subscribe to any of that stuff. You view it, you watch it, it's entertainment for me. I'm just sipping my mimosa and eating my popcorn and just watching a show if I am even able to watch it, because as those of you know who are subscribed to the Being Beautifully Honest channel, for me this is a hobby. It's more like fun when I have time to do it. It's sometimes like therapy, but for me this is not a career. And so hats off to those that are doing this as a career, but for me I just don't have the time to invest to involve myself in all of those things and even create content all the time. I do it when I can. But I digress. This goes back to a story that was released by the UK Daily Mail, and a lot of different people have been talking about it. And one of those people that talked about it that really got under Tasha K's skin was another YouTuber, and I will call him a YouTuber because I believe that's the goal that he's really trying to go for, is to be a YouTuber, and he calls himself the lead attorney. Now, I will admit, this is someone that I do not watch. I actually tried to watch one video several months ago, and I just couldn't get into it. I didn't say anything negative on the channel. I didn't leave a nasty comment like some people like to do. I just changed the channel. So I didn't subscribe. I didn't, continue watching the video. And again, I did not leave an ugly comment. But for me, it's just not my cup of tea. It just comes, and for me also, I will say, being someone who comes from a background of the legal field, I was in the legal field for 12 years. I never became an attorney, had no desire to do so. I was working in law firms for many years, over 12 years to be more exact. It's just, to me, I don't understand. I know everybody's different, but I don't know personally of any attorneys that have 4 and 5 hours at a time to put into being on YouTube to go live and create videos. I just don't. And for me, that's one of the things that just kind of made me question before all of this stuff came out regarding Tasha K and this YouTuber that she went off on.
You on this motherfucking app with a bitch like me. Your highest video is me. What does that tell you that you're doing with your life? The attorneys that I know, Attorneys that I hire, attorney friends that I have, they're busy. They don't have time to be entwined with YouTuber gossip beef. They ain't got time because they're busy. They're making money. I'm fasting too. I'm forgiven. So we fasting together. I'm just saying, the gossiping attorney. Motherfucker sitting on YouTube waving his hand like this, speculating, looking off to the side, thanking y'all for the pastoral donations he asking for. And what he doing? And you know, can she go to jail? Absolutely. Bitch, you obviously don't know the law. And that's why your motherfucking ass ain't trying cases and you on YouTube talking about a bitch that you're mad at that wouldn't give you the pussy you felt like you deserved. So this is your way of getting on YouTube, getting the very bitches back that you are not in rhythm enough to fuck. Bitch, now. 4 to 8 hours a day. Now he mentioned, let me tell you, because I'm telling you, we are on that motherfucking ass. I'm on his ass like this pimple on my motherfucking cheek, bitch. That's how close I'm on his ass. And I'm going to put out the white bitch, the Asian bitch that is stuck in his little stiff dick ass. And I'm going to let you know what firm he working for. And I'm going to make sure that motherfucking firm gets in the algorithm in the search engine. So when a white bitch come to hire his ass, they going to Google and see that he's reduced down to talking about a Tasha K. Bitch, you're Tasha K. Who is Tasha K? The bitch you never could be. The bitch that didn't have to go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to be accepted in life. I didn't have to do that, bitch. I got on YouTube with a webcam for free. But you had to do everything right to prove that you were worthy, that you were an actual black man contributing to society, but yet you're on YouTube for 8 hours gossiping. You're not pulling law code. You're not pulling this case, Harriet Tubman versus the state, bitch. You're not pulling motherfucking OJ versus the state, bitch. You are pulling Tasha K.
It was like, are you really a lead attorney? I don't know. I mean, I know that's just the name of the channel, but I don't know any top-notch lead attorneys that have the time to invest in making YouTube videos. And that's not a knock. I'm just being, as my channel is called, beautifully honest. I just don't know of any attorneys that have the time to invest in that. And I know when I worked in law firms, a lot of times they were not in the office all the time, but it was because they were working on other things and working on other deals. And then when they were taking time off, it usually was because they were out on the golf course. They weren't, on platforms like this. And it's just a little off-putting to me, but that is my opinion. You feel free to feel the way that you feel, but that is just mine.
And then you get on YouTube and you lie. You have access, or supposedly, let me stop, because you say you're an attorney, but most attorneys, they go look and not rely on a one-sided article. You would then go into Pacer, you will go into whatever database you need to go into to pull your receipts so that you can get on YouTube for 5 motherfucking hours talking about a bitch that makes more money than you and the bitch backing you fucking in 2 days. And you're an attorney. You stiff hip bitch.
So I'm just going to read the story, some of it, and then I'm going to share my thoughts based on what I read. And I just kind of have a different perspective about it based on the story, not because I have any personal connection with Tasha K, because I don't know her from a can of paint. She wouldn't know me from a can of paint. And that's just that. But the story from the Daily Mail, it says, the title is Retired Chicago Prison Officer Faces FBI Probe for Sharing R. Kelly's Phone Calls, Emails, and Visitor Logs with popular YouTube gossip vlogger who revealed salacious details of star's love life while drinking huge goblet of wine. And the bullet point says, a retired U.S. prisons officer allegedly shared information from R. Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, and visitor logs to YouTuber Tasha K. In a series of widely shared videos, Tasha K sips wine and reads private exchanges Kelly had while an inmate at the Metropolitan Correctional Center. The female officer, who retired in December 2019, allegedly accessed Kelly's records more than 150 times in a 6-month period. She now faces an FBI probe but hasn't been named or charged. And the last bullet point says Tasha K posted the videos on her account, Unwind with Tasha K, offering an exclusive look at details about Kelly not even revealed in court. So the story goes on to talk about the U.S. prisons officer is under a federal investigation for allegedly leaking a treasure trove of illegally accessed information about disgraced musician R. Kelly to a popular YouTube gossip vlogger. The online personality known as Tasha K posted a number of videos in which she sips wine and shares salacious information to her thousands of followers, quoting verbatim from Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, and visitor logs, according to a federal search warrant obtained by the Chicago Tribune. The officer, named in the warrant as Officer A, is accused of illegally accessing Kelly's private information while he was an inmate at Chicago's Metropolitan Correctional Center and leaking it to 39-year-old Tasha K, whose real name is Latasha Kebe. She has not yet been charged with any crime. Okay, then they go on to talk about some of the things, like quoting things that Tasha K was saying in the videos. If you really read into this article, you have to really read into the article. They are talking about the female prison officer. They're not talking about Tasha K being charged. And again, like I said, I was never an attorney. I never tried to become an attorney. I was a legal assistant for 12 years and I had to read interrogatories and, requests for production and, create court documents and, file answers to file complaints, all of those different things. I read into things a bit deeper, and I'm not saying that the lead attorney did not do that, but for me, the video thumbnail that he did, if I were Tasha K, based on the details of this article and based on just what she knows, being the person who they are also not just talking about her, but they are also talking about in this article, I would have been upset too. Now, I get it. There are other people that created videos and created content surrounding this topic because she is a popular person to speak about. She is a popular person to create a video about, hands down. She's got almost 1 million subscribers on her channel. She does her thing, whether you like it or not. She does her thing. And so from what I'm reading from this article, it doesn't sound like in any way, shape, or form that they're saying that Tasha K was being investigated and that Tasha K could be charged in this situation. They're talking about the female prison officer. They said she has not been charged. They didn't say Tasha K. They're talking about the female officer, but because they're talking about in this article Tasha K, they are bringing up issues surrounding her regarding the lawsuit that she's embroiled in right now currently with Cardi B, and how her part of the lawsuit was thrown out. I believe she was suing her for some millions of dollars. Yeah, 3 million it says, to be exact. It said who sued for more than 3 million after the pop star allegedly responded to one of the blogger's videos by telling gang members to handle her, according to reporting from TMZ at the time. And they're saying, Cardi B came out successful in their legal battle in July 2021 after a judge couldn't find any evidence that Cardi B made actual threats. But they're talking about that in regards to Tasha K and just giving the readers who don't know anything about Tasha K more background about the vlogger that the prison officer allegedly leaked information to. Now, I've heard some people stating things that say, they say things like, well, because Tasha K received this information, she could be charged. I really believe that's a stretch. And I was speaking about this with a client, as a matter of fact. She and I were talking about it. And I said, I know that it is a salacious topic. I know that it is a popular topic. And I know that there are people who really want to see Tasha K come down, and they even want to see her channel, possibly be taken away from her. But unless they can really prove that Tasha K sought this woman out, or this woman sought Tasha K out, and this woman offered her this, information, and Tasha K paid her and said, look, whatever you can do, get this information to me. And I don't really, honestly, I really don't see Tasha K doing something like that. I really don't see this woman trying to jeopardize herself and her career in that manner, where she would pay a prison officer to do some things that were probably against her, against her authority to do. I really don't see her doing that. I know that people probably assumes that she would, because they say, well, yeah, she lies all the time on her channel, and she's even admitted that she shared information that she knew wasn't the truth. Hey, I don't know. I wasn't here. I wasn't there. I don't know. But if people believe that about her, then they're going to believe that she would do something like this all for the sake of getting views. And honestly, she does not do videos every day. She doesn't do videos all the time. And she is doing very well on her platform, whether people like it or not. Again, there are people that love her, and there are people that hate her, and there are people that love to hate her, and there are people like myself who are just kind of in the middle. It's just entertainment for me. I'm not I have too many things going on in my own personal life to get so involved in whether all the stuff that she's sharing is the truth or it isn't. I don't know. It's entertainment for me, period. So the lead attorney, his thumbnail for the video, the way that it looks, it's definitely clickbaity. And for a lot of people, that's what they have to do in order to get people to watch their stuff. And if you look at a lot of his video thumbnails, a lot of them are that way. And yeah, they could be comical and they could be clickbaity, but for this guy to have done what he did for this situation, his video, I believe, was either 4 or 5 hours long. So that probably pissed Tasha K off,
who has supposedly been in this field for over 20 years. Why would you be reduced down to speculation, and you have access? Supposedly, you're supposed to have access to court records and search warrants, just like the white man who put out the article in the Chicago News. You're an attorney. You should be able to get this shit. You should be able to get this shit. Now, there's a reason why you ain't saying your name. There's a reason why you're not naming your law firm, because if a bitch Google you and you give me your card and you say to me, no, and you say to me, I can represent you, and I do a Google search and find your name attached to videos that involve gossiping, not paperwork, not law code, gossiping about a black woman that rejected your stiff, hip ass in high school, and that's the reason why you pillow talking with a white bitch. Boy, let me tell you. I think I'm about to drag him worse than I dragged Jason Peace. And it's the black women that are supporting a man that wouldn't even spit on your pussy for me. He wants to spit on Karen's pussy because he was forced to, because you bitches wouldn't give him no pussy. That's why he on YouTube waving his motherfucking hand, speculating and gossiping about a bitch that was in the 9th grade for 3 motherfucking years, and I make more money than you in 2 fucking days' time, and you got a law degree with student loans. You dumb, stiff hip, pillow talking, Becky loving bitch.
And like she said, when she went off on him in her video, she was like, you being someone who has reduced yourself to a gossip blogger, but you claim to be a lead attorney, you're supposed to be someone who is in this position of really separating yourself from people who are just in the gossip or beef sector of sharing content on YouTube, and you've kind of reduced yourself to a gossip blogger, and I don't really respect that. And no, I'm not going to jail, and why would you say some things like that? And you're supposed to be someone who is in the legal field, and you should know better. And there's another gentleman who has a YouTube channel who is an attorney, and he goes by the name of Lawyer You Know. He has less subscribers than the lead attorney does. It doesn't matter to me, because to me that shit, it just doesn't really matter, because for people who try to validate someone based on the number of subscribers they have and the number of people that watch their videos, to me, you've reduced yourself to someone who is just into the name and the fame of people, and you stand for people versus listening to someone that may have actual talent. Because there are a lot of artists and not celebrities, there are a lot of artists and singers out here who have amazing pipes, who can blow the house down with their singing, but because they don't have the followers, they don't have the network, they don't have the connections, a lot of people don't really know about them. Does that mean that they're not good? Absolutely not. It just means that more people don't know about them, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. And for someone like the Lawyer You Know versus the lead attorney, the Lawyer You Know, he talked about the situation as well involving Tasha K. I'm sure there's a reason why Tasha K didn't go after this guy versus going after the lead attorney. Now, yeah, Tasha K did apologize to the lead attorney, and I believe that that was her being the bigger person. I know that a lot of people like to say that Tasha K is she's just out there, she's too much. But I've listened to a lot of the things she said, and especially on her backup channel, the Whiner Gang podcast. She does really break things down. I'm not saying that I agree with 100% of everything that she says, but unless you're a stan for somebody, nobody agrees with 100% of everything anyone says at any time, because that's just not the way that we're wired. We are individuals for a reason. We all have our own fingerprints that are unique to us. So we're never going to be 100% agreeing with everyone at every time. Now, you may agree with a lot of things someone says, and that's cool, but I digress. If you look at the thumbnail that Lawyer You Know did versus the lead attorney, again, salacious. And another one of the lead attorney's videos that he did about Tasha K, it was about Tasha K versus Cardi B. And that was one of his biggest viewed videos. At this point in time, it's gotten almost 150,000 views. Again, a over 4 hour video. And the other thing that Tasha mentioned in her video is that, he's sitting there asking for super chats.
I could respect you if you were telling the truth. If you were even remotely trying to use the little piece of law degree that's probably not even paid for to even put up a non-biased perspective. But this is the second time you put up some lying ass bullshit without a motherfucking receipt. And bitch, you supposed to be an attorney. A white bitch whispering attorney. Now, when that law firm is in the search engine, thank me later, bitch. Because you're going to have to get on YouTube. And you're going to have to talk about this bootsy looking bitch every motherfucking day to make your little $100. That's what you're going to have to do, bitch. I would be upset. I would be upset. So I got multiple companies. $27,000 a month as an attorney. That's a slow month. That is a slow month for me on YouTube. That ain't even all my income. That's a portion. What does that tell you? And I don't even have to be on YouTube for more than an hour twice a week. Still feel bitch. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I'm telling you, I'm gonna find out who we fucking. And I'm gonna find out what law firm. And I guarantee you, anybody that Google you, since you wanna be a YouTuber, bitch, you wanna be a retired, well, the people have retired you, because if you was in front of a jury waving your motherfucking hand like this, going in circles, can't articulate a fucking sentence, going back and forth, while you trying to give an opening and closing motherfucking argument, bitch, your ass will be on motherfucking YouTube too, doing what you got to fucking do, bitch.
Now, people have the right to do that if they want. It's their right to do that, and it's people's free will if they choose to give him money and give him super chats as well. But again, it just doesn't suit the title of someone who is an actual attorney. And so I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know what law firm he practices in. I don't know if he has his own firm. I don't even know if he even practices. He could just be a licensed attorney who doesn't even work as an attorney. That is possible as well. Being in the legal field, I've met many attorneys that didn't practice anymore, or they just barely passed the bar, or the bar isn't an easy thing to pass, especially depending on the state that you're going to be practicing in. I've known people that have failed the bar 3 and 4 times before they actually passed it. He could be one of those people too. Again, I don't know. I'm just saying. So you have to question the motives sometimes of people like this gentleman. And again, not my cup of tea, but it is what it is. This is his shtick. This is his right to do, his channel. But you have to be very cognizant of how you do things, especially when it's someone that can be easily touched, more easily touched, I should say, like a co-worker versus a celebrity. And I would say if he viewed Tasha K more as a co-worker versus a celebrity that he was sharing information about, I think he may have tried to approach it in a different manner. Not everybody does. A lot of people don't view who are on YouTube and share content about other people who are on YouTube as either co-creators or co-workers in a sense. Maybe, view these people as we're in a co-working space. So I may not agree with you. I may not even really care for you. I may not want to go out and have a drink with you or have dinner or lunch with you, but I'm going to respect the space because we are working on this same platform. You may have been here longer than I have been. You may have more clients if you view the subscribers as clients than I do. But I'm going to respect you even if I don't really care for you. And so I feel that the way he shared the information, it was definitely a bit disrespectful. So Tasha apologizing to him, I believe it was her being a bigger person, but she said, I still feel the way that I feel. I'm not saying I'm wrong in feeling the way that I feel, but I am just going to apologize for how I came across. Because again, sometimes it's not what you say, but it is how it is said. And again, that also goes back to the lead attorney. It may not be what he said, but how it was said. Again, the how it was said is the thumbnail, where he has a picture of Tasha K and he has the words jail on it in the fire in the background. And then he, says to someone, yeah, she absolutely could go to jail. And again, based on my experience in the legal field and based on the reading of the article, and he doesn't have any background information about this situation. He doesn't. I know he doesn't. He's just basing it off of the article. There is nothing in this article, sorry to say guys, but there really isn't. There isn't anything in the article that is saying that Tasha K is under investigation and that she could be charged or anything like that. And I know people, I get it. The FBI will do investigations and they don't put all of their information out there to give people clues and lead up to things. But this is 2021. That situation happened back in 2019. So the fact that they're even putting this information out here right now, I believe that if there was more to it regarding Tasha K in terms of legalities for her, I believe we would know more of that. And I just don't believe that they have that for her, because whether you like it or not, she is pretty much a journalist at this point. Is she an anchor on CNN or ABC News or NBC? No, she isn't. There are different forms of journalists these days, especially these days, because blogs are seen in a way, depending on the type of blog, of course, and the information that is shared, as newsworthy. So again, the information shared in the article, they are sharing information about Tasha K and the things that she shared in the videos, but the reason they're talking about that is because of the investigation surrounding the prison officer and the information that the prison officer allegedly shared to Tasha K, because they're breaking down the information that she shared, but they're not saying that Tasha K committed any types of crimes or that she is being investigated for any crimes. And I don't believe that she is. I really don't. Because one, I don't know. Again, I don't know. But I don't believe that Tasha K, I believe the woman is smart. I do believe that she has a lot of intelligence. She may, give off a persona on her channel and for her viewing audience for entertainment purposes, as if she is off her rocker at times, or she's just, crazy and wild or whatever. But I believe that is definitely more for entertainment purposes. But I do believe the woman is smart, and I don't believe that she would actually go out of her way to have some prison officer who reached out to her and say, hey, I got the plug, I got the leak, I got the information, let me know what you need. And Tasha K would say, okay, well, how much money, are we talking about? In actuality, she's come out and said that there have been people that she wanted to interview and they were requesting money, and she was like, no, I'm not doing it. And she may even come out after that and say some negative things about them because they would not interview on her platform because they wanted money. So I don't see her paying this person to give her this information just to be the one to say, I have this information first, or I'm exclusive, no one else has this information but me. Because she's been sharing information about R. Kelly and all of these situations since I started watching it. I want to say back in 2018, when she started sharing the information that she had about R. Kelly. She interviewed his brother, like she interviewed one of the girls, I believe her name is Deronda Pace, and she even interviewed Azriel Clary's father and spoke with him a few times. They may have had a falling out, and I don't really know what all of that is about, but she's been following this situation for a long time. So I really don't believe that she paid somebody to give her information that was not supposed to be accessed, that this woman did not have the rights to access, and that she did not have the right to reveal. So if this woman did that, she is the one that could possibly be charged. But I don't believe that Tasha K will in any way, shape, or form be charged. I really don't. Now, could there be maybe some type of misdemeanor, like civil things where she may have to pay a fine for revealing information, like sort of like maybe like a HIPAA sort of situation? I'm not saying this is HIPAA. I know what HIPAA is. Health situations of revealing exclusive health information to the public that you didn't have the authority to do. But I'm just saying, in situations like that, that would be more of a civil situation where there could be maybe some fines that or penalties that may have to be paid. And that may be possible. I, again, don't know. But I don't believe that Tasha K is being investigated by the FBI or that she's going to be criminally charged. So that's what I believe she was really upset about, because again, like I said, someone like myself who is not even an attorney, if you really read this article, it's talking about the prison officer who is also a woman. They're not talking about Tasha K being charged, but they're just giving some background information about the vlogger that this prison officer allegedly shared this information to and how the information was disseminated. Period. That's really all that's to it. So, but I didn't intend on this conversation being this long. Honestly, there's just a lot going on surrounding this, and I believe that it's going to cool off pretty soon. But those are just my thoughts. I really would love to know what you think. You can let me know respectfully in the comment section. So I appreciate you liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.
Bitch, you lie on me, I'ma drag your ass.